Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am glad that we are here together. Yes, indeed, wherever you're joining in from, thank you for being here and welcome. And just as we kick off, we're reading today a very beautiful book coming to you from Licia Morelli and Maine Diaz. And this one is called I Am Done Earth. But also just remembering too that as we go into our story time today, as we go into our story a little later, just thinking about keeping an eye on things as they're happening out in Florida, and looking at Hurricane Ian as it is coming towards shore, and just hoping that everybody there is can be as okay as can be. And I know that the emergency plans have been put in place, and there's been evacuations and all kinds of things happening. So I hope that those indeed help. And for those that are still there in the area, we hope that there's mitigation and just support ready for everything that comes. I know it's looking like it'll be a lot, and so just sending prayers, sending love, sending everything good, and just hoping for the best in one way too, because it is indeed some of the things that are out of our control, and just hoping for the best. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I'm glad that you're here with us, and indeed we'll be reading this wonderful story together. But just thought to mention of what's happening around us, and just keeping that in mind and keeping those good thoughts, and with our friends out in Florida. Thank you so much for joining in. I Am Done Tough coming up very shortly, and this one is by Licia Morelli and Maine Diaz, and we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Tilbury House Publishing of Maine. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that indeed you are ready for this wonderful story together. Thank you so much for joining in. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story indeed. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you indeed, Amanda West, for joining us. I am glad that you're here. Nathan and Sarah out in Illinois. Illinois is coming back faster and faster. Fall has definitely arrived here. Hope all of our Storytime friends are safe and comfortable. Thank you indeed. Thank you for those lovely wishes. And comfortable here, safe here. I hope that you are too, where you are, and everybody else indeed, wherever else they may be. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you for that, kicking us off in that beautiful way. Thank you indeed, Nathan and Sarah, and of course Amanda. Thank you so much for joining us from Illinois. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Tara McNamara. How are you doing? Erin is here and eager to begin. Well, that is the way to go. Thank you so much, Erin, for being here. Clara, enjoy your time at school. We miss you so here on Storytime Live, but hopefully you catch us later. Thank you so much for joining in. It's slightly chilly and sunny morning in Massachusetts. A slightly chilly and sunny morning out in Massachusetts. Well, I hope you're okay out here in Oakland and Bay Area, coastal Bay Area, or at least, Bay Area will be We're looking at highs of about 70. So not too bad today. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you are okay. Good to see you here. Tara McNamara, Erin, and of course in extension, sending our hugs and love to you, Clara, as well. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Good morning, chilly morning in Natchitoches, Louisiana, from Braylon and Chad and Auntie Pam. Thank you so much for joining in today. Braylon said this chill and a little rain would be the best. Oh yes, I remember. I know, Braylon, you said you prefer the rain, and I hope that it is indeed the perfect day for you, and with full of good stories, and of course beginning with this one right here today. I Am Darn Tough. This one by Licia Morelli and illustrations by Maine Diaz, and being read with permission of Tilbury House Publishers of Maine. And I know that, Braylon, you're already a couple hours ahead of me, so you've probably read a few stories already this morning. But I hope that you had a wonderful breakfast. I hope that indeed you enjoy yourself. Chad too, Auntie Pam too, and everybody else that is joining in story time today. Please get comfortable, get ready, get cozy, as we'll be getting started with our story very, very shortly. And yes, as we get to enjoy this beautiful book, join me on the other side of this very short break. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, my name's Christine Mitchell-Adams. I'm a mama and an artist, and I believe that books are a great way for children to have access to the arts on an everyday basis, which is why I believe that programs like Storytime with Mr. Lamada are so important.
Thank you, Kristen Mitchell-Adams, artist out in Vermont. And yes, indeed, thank you so much. And of course, joins in here with one of Storytime's favorite community members, Bowden, out in Vermont. Thank you so much for joining in, and do check out KristenMitchellAdams.com and follow them on Instagram as well to see their amazing work. Thank you so much for being here. I Am Darn Tough. This one by Licia Morelli, illustrations by Maine Diaz, and being read with permission of the publishers, Tilbury House Publishing of Maine. Thank you so much for being here. Get comfortable, get cozy. Here we go. Oh, and papers. Love that color. Yeah, I actually think the camera is doing a pretty good job of representing this end paper right here. I am darn tough. Are you? Of course you are. Story by Licia Morelli. Illustrations by Maine Diaz. And being read with permission of Tilbury House Publishers of Thomaston, Maine. Here we go. Oh, looks like it is race day. Are you ready? Do you have your water bottle? Do you have everything that you need? On your marks, get set, go. I remember tying my shoes, sun on my skin, wind on my face. Oh. Yes. Oh, get your game face on. I remember tying my shoes, sun on my skin, wind on my face. Oh, I am ready. I remember the crunch of the dirt beneath my sneakers, my legs kicking up behind me, rocks, roots. Oh, yes. Watch me go. I remember the crunch of the dirt beneath my sneakers, my legs kicking up behind me, rocks, roots, everything in my way. I remember running through mud, paddles mirroring the trees around me. Oh my. I remember running through mud, puddles mirroring the trees around me. Oh yes. Staying focused. The barble of a stream. Wind in the leaves above me. Oh. That sounds like a concentrated mind. Focus. Keep going. The sounds around me. The babble of a stream. Wind in the leaves above me. I remember tripping and falling. My knee bleeding. No. Then slowly getting up, putting one foot in front of the other. Yes. One painful step after another. One determined step after another. I remember falling, tripping, my knee bleeding. Then slowly getting up, putting one foot in front of the other. I remember that first big hill, the climb, up, up, up. I keep going. I remember that first big hill, the climb, up, up, up. I keep going. Yes. Keep going, keep going. I remember a cramp in my side. Oh, being so tired, muscles aching, the sun so hot. I remember crying, feeling defeated, my heart hurting, stomach in knots. Will I make it to the end? Oh, that is a lot to go through. Yes, I remember cramp in my side, being so tired, muscles aching, the sun so hot. I remember crying, feeling defeated, my heart hurting, stomach in knots. Is this the time I give up? I remember stopping, taking a deep breath in and out, telling myself that I've done this before and I can do it again. My heart is big. I am brave. Yes. I remember telling myself that I've done this before and I can do it again. My heart is big. I am brave. I remember the breeze at my back, my feet bouncing on the trail, the cramp going away. Catching second wind, I see. I remember the breeze at my back, my feet bouncing on the trail. One step after another. One quickening step after another. The cramp going away. I remember catching up to my friends, smiling, laughing, cheering each other on. Yes. Determined to get to the end point. I remember catching up with my friends, smiling, laughing, cheering each other on. You can do this. I remember seeing the finish line, running through the tape, arms up. Yeah. I remember seeing the finish line, running through the tape, arms up. Oh, look at that determination on that face. Smiling so big. I did it. We did it. Ah, yes, indeed. You did it. I know now that I am strong on the inside. I am strong on the outside. Oh, yes, you are. Yes. In case you needed a reminder, you're strong on the inside and strong on the outside. I am darn tough. Oh, yes, you are. Oh. And that is the end of our story for today. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Remember that you are darn tough. Yes, indeed, darn tough. And this one is coming to you from Licia Morelli and illustrations by Maine Diaz and being read with permission of the publishers, Tilbury House of Maine. Thank you so much for joining in. And just wanted to really read the last bit of the intro to this book, and just so we can just remind ourselves and give a little more context too. And it says, refusing to quit, overcoming obstacles and self-doubt to finish a long run. Finish whatever it is that you're doing, to try and finish whatever you're doing. The resolute narrator of I Am Darn Tough realizes that she is strong inside and out. This beautifully illustrated story can inspire any child, anytime, who wants to run toward greater confidence in themselves. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Join me on the other side of this very short break when we come back. To check everything else that has come into our messages, and of course to say goodbye.
Hola, my name is Shamile Sayed Mendez, and I am the author of Where Are You From, Furia, and many other books for young readers. You're watching Story Time with Mr. Lamada.
Thank you, Shamile. And of course, yes, today we were reading this one coming from Licia Morelli and illustrations by Maine Diaz and read with permission of the publishers, Tilbury House of Maine. Thank you so much for joining in today. Yes, I am darn tough. And so much just in there too, like that's happened. And as you can see, this the main character in there is determined to get there. And does it get hard? Yes. Does it get tough? Yes. Do they get bruised? Yes. But they keep going, and sometimes that's all you can do. Just keep trying, one step after the other. And yes, it may not be easy, but eyes on the prize, eyes on that end goal. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I am glad that we're here together. What a way to start the morning, to encourage each other, to remind each other, yes, that we are strong, both on the outside and inside. And indeed, let us also remember to lean in on our support systems to take us through. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. I am glad that you are here with us. Let us see this morning who was with us to enjoy this lovely story. Thank you so much for joining in. This is a definite must purchase for so many wonderful reasons. This writing is so beautiful, but the theme is articulated incredibly well. Oh, how I love this one. Thank you, Pamela Courtney. I will definitely be sharing this with Licia Morelli. I'm sure she'll appreciate hearing that from you. And thank you so much. Always appreciate your insight. And yes, another one that has come back to Storytime after a long time. This is the third time it is coming back to Storytime, but it hasn't been back in almost 2 years. So I'm glad that we're able to bring it back this time and get to enjoy it together. Please join me again tomorrow for more Storytime as we bring back another one, a Beautiful book indeed, one that I love so dearly. And this one is called A Friend for Henry. And it is written by Jen C. Bailey and illustrations by Mika Song. So do join in. We know we're in for a treat. It is a good one. Join in tomorrow and let us learn a little bit more about Henry. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and glad that you were here with me. Pamela Courtney, always appreciate you. Thank you. Braylon, I hope that we started you off well on this rainy day out there, and indeed a wonderful book together, and I hope that there are many more books to enjoy today. Thank you for being here with us. Chad, thank you so much for joining in, and of course sending you love. I hope that you do have a lovely day out there in Nakitosh, Louisiana. Good morning to you one more time, Tara, McNamara, and of course Erin. Hugs to you, Erin. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, continue being tough out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you. Clara, I hope that you are having a wonderful time at school. And thank you indeed for being a part of the Storytime family. It's a slightly chilly morning, but sunny out there in Massachusetts. Please do stay warm. Please do be safe. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Amanda, West, Nathan, and Sarah, thank you so much for joining in out there in what you're calling today Illinois. Please do stay warm, do stay safe. Absolutely appreciate having you here on Storytime with us. I hope that you do indeed have a lovely day. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime for this wonderful Wednesday morning. Coming to you, I am Don Tough. This one coming to you from Licia Morelli and of course Maine Diaz and Tilbury House Publishing of Maine. Do check it out. Ask for it at your local library. Ask for it where you find books. Thank you so much indeed for joining in Storytime. And remember too, as we've already said, tomorrow we bring back a friend for Henry. Yes, we come back. It's friendship. It's understanding others. It's learning about others so that we can be the best neighbors possible. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And indeed, before we go to, just reminding everybody again one more time, sparing a thought for our friends out in Florida, as we know that the storm is coming through. Kind of been following the news and trying to see where it is right now, and just different things happening. And please send your love, send your prayers, send everything that good that way, so that hopefully the damage is not too tragic. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. I'm glad that we're here together to carve out a little time, carve out a little space in which we can get lost in the world, be reminded of how tough we are, how tough we can be, and indeed how we can rise up. We can rise up beyond whatever is thrown in front of us. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Sending you love, sending you well wishes, and indeed hugs to each and every one of you. And I hope you are well, you and your loved ones, and especially Betty Graydon, who joins us from Florida. Thinking of you today especially, and we'll be checking in for sure. Hopefully everything is okay with you in your part of town. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely Wednesday, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Much love. Bye-bye.
Storytime with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, Storytime with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Storytime with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, Storytime with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, you won't just start all the reading. I just can't wait to be hearing Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be